Is that you, Hernandez?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. All right. I will be our guinea pig for the test. So if we don't make 100, I won't make 100, and y'all can go in and change it. I don't mind. So I talked to Ddr that we were doing this. They were pretty excited that we were doing it. They think that breakout sessions are the best things to do, which I agree. Me and John Olson talked last week about like 2 of them, which was good. So I thought, you know what, let's just get on here and dive in the rule book and do it that way. I don't want to be here for very long. I think we can bang out these questions in 30 minutes. But I always like to try to answer them just off what I think first, and then I'll go in the rule book and check. I'm sure many of you guys are the same. Just want to see what we know. But for this, a little different, because the ones you do get incorrect, then you got to go back in the book and do it. So I don't want to do too much work on that. So maybe we'll go through each question, open it up for discussion, what we think, and then we can, if we can find in the rule book, that would be good. But I don't mind being the one submitting it first and going back. It's not a big deal for me. So hopefully
More like what we think we know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We'll get them right first, Mark, and then you can get them on.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's go through the first one. The official bounces a ball to A1, who has 2-shot free throws coming. The ball hits A1's leg and bounces away. While the ball remains in the free throw semicircle, B3 requests a timeout. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. I see it as referee bounces the ball to them. They haven't yet started their routine, which would be something different, right? So it hits their leg, goes away. Then the ball remains in a semicircle. Okay, I guess, and that's in a little half circle around them. And then B3 requests a timeout. So I guess the question would be, is it dead or live would be the question, I'm assuming, because if it's live, we can't grant a timeout because A has the basketball. And then B, or if it is dead, it doesn't say the referee blows a whistle dead, even though I don't know by rule if we're supposed to kill it or we just ask for the ball back, because this isn't a violation. I think everybody's the same on that. But what do we think? Anybody can open up for discussion, and if someone's got the rule, even better. But what do y'all think?
I think it goes along with the same thing as putting the ball in the play on a when you're bouncing it on like a inbounds. I found the one on the inbounds, and they said if it bounces off them, you kill it and you restart it. So I kind of went along with that. I mean, there's actually a case play on where it says bouncing it on the end line, putting the ball in the play, and it goes away. You kill it, restart it.
So it would be dead, Dwayne? Is that what you're saying? This in this situation would be dead, so we could grant a timeout for B3?
Yes, the ball would be dead because not at the disposal of the thrower.
Right.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have the ball.
Right. He doesn't have.
If you're going to kill it, then it's just the same thing as having a dead ball. I mean, you can grant the timeout.
Okay.
There is a case play that says if you give it to the free throw shooter and he muffs it, you can kill it and start it again.
Right.
If it's a bad throw. So the ball is still dead, and I would say give him a timeout.
Okay. I agree. I know there's a case play if they take like a dribble and then the routine, it hits their leg and goes off. That's a violation. They're going to lose that free throw, right? Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Right, because he has the ball.
All right. Okay. That's what I put. I thought you could grant them a timeout at that point. Does anybody disagree? Okay, so we're gonna go with that. Go ahead.
My question is, I mean, they're kind of screwy on their questions, and they did it to me on one of the questions on the last test.
I know.
Right? It doesn't say anything about killing it. It just says grant B3 request for a timeout at that point. At what point? You know what I'm saying? So I would almost lead to being none of the above because it doesn't say anything about killing it.
I know they're tough because the ones that I've missed, it's that gray area. There's a lot of gray in them. Mm-hmm. And I did talk to Martin today and said, hey, they're good. I think they'd be a little more specific. He said, okay, get through this one and then we'll work it out.
I guess if you wanted to be specific about it, and it'd probably be timeout request after the free throw. But like you said, if he's unless he goes and grabs the ball, or he just sits there and waits for it, and then you blow it dead. So it's not really, like you say, it's not really going deep into it.
Yeah, because I'm starting to read it. Says, well, the ball remains. So the ball has hit the free throw shooter. It kind of remains around there. I don't know if you can grant a timeout at that point. Wouldn't you have to wait to probably kill it or get the ball back?
Why would you kill it? It's a dead ball already. It
Okay.
can't come live until it's in the possession of the thrower. So the ball's already dead. There's nothing to kill.
Okay.
Because it's not at his disposal, right? Marvin, is that what you're saying?
That's correct. When you bounce the ball to the thrower, the ball does not become live until it's at the disposal of the thrower. In this case, they didn't obtain possession of it. It bounced off of them. So there's still a dead ball. There's nothing to kill. And you can grant the timeout at that time. All you're going to do is have someone hand you the ball or retrieve you the ball. If they don't ask for a timeout, you just do it all over again.
You still blow your whistle low, Marvin, to get the ball back.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I'll be the guinea pig. We'll go with
What do you say?
timeout.
You say timeout or ignore the request and return the ball to A1? No,
No, I think we're gonna.
Grant the timeout.
I
Okay,
say
we'll go.
timeout. Yep.
I'm going with C.
Okay, we'll go with C
Yeah.
then. All right. Okay, so then this one, when does a free throw start? When the ball is released on the try, when the official releases the ball, when the ball is placed at disposal, when the official walks into it. I'm saying place at the disposal. Anybody got anything different?
That's it.
C.
It's rule 420-.
Correct answer. At the disposal of the free thrower.
All right, that one was pretty straightforward. Okay. The first marked free throw lane spaces may be occupied as follows. By either team, these spots can be empty. We know it's not that. Opponents of the free throw must occupy 2 marked lane spaces unless the free throws are technical or intentional fouls by a teammate of the shooter if one of the opponents does not want the space.
C.
Okay?
C, opponent.
Yep.
You got to have 2 on the bottom,
Agreed.
right? And if they don't, you
Gotta
can
have
actually
2.
go delay a game, right? And get technical foul.
No, it's a technical. There's a case
Yeah.
down there. I just read it that you give them the opportunity if they don't occupy it, the technical foul for unsporting conduct.
Okay. All right, so I think everyone's good on that one. Okay. All right, so we got C on all 3 of them. That's easy to remember. Which of these result in a? Isn't that what you do in college? If you don't know, you just put C. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
That's
Is that what we
right.
do?
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I'm in the Air Force.
There you go.
Yeah, it was C.
It was C. Which of these result in a violation by Team A during A's 1 designated spot throw-in? Okay, which results in a violation by Team A. All right. A2, who is in Team A's front court, deflects the ball from front court to back court and then goes into the back court. And these are out of a throw-in, okay? Control the ball. All right, next one. A2 leaps from Team A's front court, catches the ball, and lands with both feet in the back court. A2 leaps from A1's front court, catches the ball, lands with 1 in the front, 1 in the back court, like a stagger landing. No violations, as all these are legal plays. I have D. Anyone got any different?
Yeah, that's correct. No
Agree.
Violation.
Okay.
No violations.
Okay, let's see if else is on here. Mario and James, these making sense for you? Michael, we don't want to go too fast.
No,
Do you have any?
No, that's good.
I'm listening.
So
I
this
could
one's
just-
a,
That's good.
I was gonna say I could take the answers later and look at them and then get them planted in my brain. But yeah, most of these are good.
so but this is a tough one because I've seen many backcourt violations called when a player will jump from the front court to the back court. And if it was a live play, like the one we had on our Facebook, that is a backcourt. Because these are out of a throw-in, the principles change. You can jump in the air, land in there. It can hit you and go into the back court as long as you don't control the ball or gain possession in the front court. And then tap it. Like you can control the ball, and then it doesn't happen very often, but I've seen it where a kid they see a defender could steal it, and then they'll tap it into the back court. That's something different. But all these would be legal based on it's out of a throw-in. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. But I think we're all good on that, right?
Let me ask you something, Mark.
Mark?
Yes. Go ahead, James.
The exception applies only to the the initial person who touches the ball. There is an exception to that throw in.
Yes, you're talking about deflection by the defender, right? If it gets deflected. You're talking about the exception
Well,
they have or no?
for example, when it says he can jump in the air, catch it, and then straggle, straggle the line or jump from the front court to the back court, all of these have that exception that's in the rule, which means it applies to the first person who touches the ball only. Now, if we had something in there that said B1 touched it and then A2 went back into the backcourt, that would have been a violation.
Yeah. Yeah, they changed that exception. Yeah, they just changed that a few years ago, right? When it gets deflected, now the throw-in has ended, right?
Right.
And then, yeah, okay. James, what was your question?
Well, yeah, does it matter if the throw-in is in the back court or in the front court? And what I'm saying is, like, if the throw-in is in the back court and the teammate jumps from the front court in midair and catches the ball and lands in the back court, that's a violation, right?
No.
No,
It's not. Okay.
If it was live play, it is, because it's out of a throw-in. They don't have that status yet. They don't have front court or back court status. So that's a good, but it doesn't matter if the ball's in the front court or the back court. It doesn't matter where they take the ball out of bounds. Yeah.
It's not
Good
a
question,
violation.
throw-ins have exceptions.
Yeah, it's the exception on a throw-in. Yeah, that's a good question, though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else on that? That was it's a tricky one if you don't know your throw-in, and then you're gonna get some heat from a coach too on that because they don't know. You just got to understand your rules on that. Okay, next one. When is the ball considered to be at the disposal? I'm guessing at the disposal. A ball is at disposal. Is it supposed to be the? Am I just reading that wrong? When's the ball considered to be at disposal? Maybe, I don't know. A ball is at disposal.
Don't look at the spellings because they're all over the place.
Yeah, it needs to be. It's not proper English. A ball is at disposal of a thrower or free thrower when it's handed to a thrower or free thrower. A ball is at disposal of a player when it's caught after being bounced to him or her, okay? A ball is at the disposal of a player when it's placed on the floor at the spot. A ball is at disposal of a player when it's available after a goal in the official, okay?
How about
Are we on it?
all of the above?
Yeah, so what? I'm confused.
All the above.
There is no all the above, right? Huh.
I mean, I know the official's a person, but now it says the official beings of the throw out. If you look at the last one.
Yeah, yeah. Official beings begins, yeah.
These are all verbatim.
The only one that's kind of tricky is the first one because it's at you don't really go hand it to the free thrower, so you bounce it to him. So that one's kind of iffy, but I mean, you're right.
You do hand it to a thrower, though.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. But I'm just saying the free thrower.
Yeah.
It's verbatim from the rule book.
Yeah, so it's all the above. These are all these are in the rule book, right, John?
Correct.
Yes, verbatim.
It's just missing all the above as an
Yeah.
answer.
So it's 47 rule.
Check home.
Trying to check all of them. I can't do it. Oh Lord. Okay, I'll make a phone call on that one. So that should be all the above. Okay. All right. Team A's jersey have the school name horizontally placed in the allowable area on the front of the jersey, and the school's nickname horizontally placed in the allowable area on the back of the jersey. Is this allowed? So I guess you got to get into. I'm terrible with logos and all that stuff.
Last
Jersey.
one, Mark. No penalty.
It's no okay. Where did you find that at? So we can go to look at it. It's under equipment uniforms.
344 A and B. No
Okay,
penalty.
good. Okay. 3 uniforms 344. Okay, so right there on page 25.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to read all that, but I trust you. Okay.
Well, letter B talks about horizontally on the front, and and letter B talks about horizontally on the back near the shoulder, in that shoulder area. So they're both legal.
Yeah, right there. There you go. A and C. Yeah. Okay. Both square names. All right. Cool. All right, Team B coach is standing, giving instructions to his or players out of bounds in the front of the edge of the scores table and is 2 steps beyond the 28-foot mark towards the division line. Is this allowed? 14-foot coaching box. Okay.
Now, the first two are not, they're not, yeah, we don't have a 14-foot.
All right. Yeah, that tells you right away, right? Those are wrong. Okay.
I say it's B, because if you go to Rule 10.5 4B, he can talk to a sub coming in at the table.
Where are you at, John? 10 what?
10.5 4, Bravo.
Oh, right here. Yeah, okay. So it's under bench technical. And then.
And if you go to Rule 113, it talks about the coaching box where it should be on the floor, which means from the end line 28 feet towards the division line.
They're saying stand at the team bench while the clock is running or stop and must remain seated except, okay, the head coaching rule, and then when a team member is reporting to the scores table. This is under a coach though, John, or is this under a bench technical? Head coach is responsible.
Well, it talks about, if you go to the coach's rule, it says he needs to be seated except the requirements of Rule 10.5 4. Let me give you that reference. So if you go to
6, you don't know.
Yeah, Rule 10.6. If you go
Head
to
coach
10
rule.
Echo 10.6.1 Echo. It talks about the head coach may stand as in Rule 10.5 4 Charlie and Delta. So those are 2 rules that they can stand at the coach's box.
But I think the question is asking for all other instances other than those 2, because it didn't identify.
He's
standing, giving instructions to his or players out of it.
You know when he can and when he can't. So I think he's outside and he's not warning or talking to a player. So how do you handle that? And that's, you put him back in the box and you can give him a warning. If he does it a second time, direct technical foul. I believe that's what the question is asking. I might be wrong, but.
Well, they do ask funny questions. They word them.
Because I'm looking at it, it says the head coach may stand as in 10.5 4 and then C and D. C and D is during a charge timeout and then to spontaneously react to an outstanding play by a team member or acknowledge a replaced player but must immediately return to his or her seat. I know when I looked at it, I thought it was, when I first read it, I thought it was a warning. But they're giving instructions to his or her players. Yeah, but they're out of their edge of the scores table and 2 steps beyond. So we're allowing a coach to be right by the scores table to give instructions?
They could, when given a substitute, they can call the sub up and walk the substitute up to the table and give instructions. But I still do not believe that's what this question is asking.
Yeah, I don't read it like that. Yeah, I'm with Marvin on this one.
Yeah, I think.
How do we handle it?
I think this is one of the ones that we eliminate and we select what is the best answer, maybe not the perfect answer, because we're kind of reading into it. We eliminated the first 2 right off the bat because of the 14-foot.
Right.
And then I don't think that the intent, and we would all agree from a book standpoint, there's no penalty because it says the coach is legally within the 28-foot box. Well, it states that he's outside. So when we do the process of elimination of bad answers, then we select what is the most correct answer, which in that case would be C. Because we would not select any of the other 3 any way, shape, or form.
No, true.
Yeah.
2 with 14 and 1, he's legally within because it says that he's out.
And it's C. We're going with C, right? That's why you're in the Air Force, Frank?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Your job depends. Your job depends on it. I'm going with
Just
C.
close your eyes. CC.
Anyone else? Anyone else gonna say anything different? So John is D. Yeah, I'm going with C.
I'll go
Anyone
with
else?
C. I'll change. I'm not afraid to change my answer.
Whatever. I'm the one taking the hit for it, not you.
I understand.
John's name's not on the test. John's like, A.
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 Right. A.
Hey, I don't even know what to do with this one. We'll come back to that one. All right, last one.
We're going to come back to that one because I'm going to look that one in the book
Yeah.
in a minute.
Team B coaches stand and give instructions to his or players out of the bounds in front of Team B's bench and is 2 steps from the end line. Oof. Well, ain't no 14 foot. Okay. Now where's this 14-foot coaching box coming from?
It used
Okay.
to be in the rule book.
Okay. So they're in front of Team B's bench and is 2 steps from the end line. Is that within that 28-foot box? Because it's the same thing we just talked about. It seems like it is, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be D, don't it?
It has to be D.
Gotta be
Four-
D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14 feet is nice.
The rule book, when it talks about the court, it says the 28-foot line is drawn at the 28-foot mark when it's measured from the end line towards the
From the end line out.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So if he's 2 feet from the end line, he's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, rule 113, Article 2 on
Right.
page 14 will tell you.
Right.
It's the end line to the 28-foot line.
Yep. Page 14. Okay. All right. So what are we doing with this one? What am I doing with this one? Where did it go? This one right here. So is it going to be under?
If you go to 4.7, 4.47, talks about
447.
proposal.
447, you said? For what?
4.47.
Yeah, a ball is at the disposal of the player when it is handed to a thrower or free throw, caught by a thrower, or after it's bounced to them, which they have caught it. Yes. Placed
Wasn't it
on
all
the
of the
floor at the
above, but we
spot.
can't place-
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna put it here. Maybe we just do this. What question is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Question 5? Yeah. Dang it.
Mark's wanting extra credit.
I do. There you go. All right, I'm gonna submit it. Anything else?
Hold up, Soup's got a comment on there.
Got
All
a
right, well,
question.
In the chat.
Okay, go ahead, Sue. What's your question on it? You talking about when the ball is placed on the court, like we get it and we put the ball down and start our count? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Resumption of play.
Chapter 6.
What's your question? Hold on. What's your question, Sue?
no, I'm trying to look that up.
If you go to page 29, it's got all 4 of them on Article 7. Where's it at? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
When it's placed on the floor, yeah. That could be by a player or a referee, right? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. All right. I guess what we can do, we'll find out what the right answer is on number 5, and then y'all can put it in. Here we go. No, I got 8 out of 8. But what did I answer on that one? A.
Maybe there is no wrong answer for that one.
Yeah. Well, why don't you try it, Mike? Mike, you go put B. See what happens.
I'll do that.
If I had that test in college, there's no wrong answer.
Okay, so I'll leave this up here for y'all to put down if you want, because I don't want anybody not I am recording it, but I don't really want to post it. I just recorded it just in case some people missed it tonight. But where one is C. I'm just going to put this in the chat and leave it up.
While you're doing that, I have a question for Kenny.
He's playing golf.
He was up.
There you go. Kenny, you there?
It looks like he left us.
He got his answers. He's out of there. What were we going to ask him?
Well, the National Federation Central Hub has gone away, and I wanted to ask him about checking on why that's gone away, who hadn't paid membership, so it still shows up for us.
Yeah, I saw that too. I couldn't get into any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really mad about it.
It's not there, so as the rep, I was going to have him check on it to see.
You're talking about THSBOA or SOBOA?
His pay
Not
card.
NFHS.
Yeah, the NFHS.
Oh, NFHS. Okay.
You used to be able to go to NFHS and search through your rule book. So if you go to NFHS, yeah, now it tells you to go there and it doesn't exist. It still tells you to go to Arbiter and it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, right. And if you go to NFHS, you have to download the ebook and you have to pay for it.
Mm. Making money. I didn't know that.
I just don't think THSBOA has paid them for our membership again.
Mm. There he is. There's Kenny. Kenny,
All right,
Mark
Mark.
got a question for you.
I got the answer for that one, Mark.
What'd you put? B?
I put B and it's wrong. It should be A.
So it is A. Okay. That's wrong though.
Okay, now I can talk. I'm sorry.
For which question?
Question 5. It's A.
Well, unless someone else wants to try C or D, I mean, I don't know.
Everybody's trying to make a hundreds.
What question did Marvin have?
When you go to Arbiter, when you log in, our National Federation Central Hub has gone away. So I wanted
There's no link?
the THSBOA people as to the status of it. Because it used to be part of our membership. It would take National Federation for us to be members, so we could get the
I'll ask the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give a microphone.
Okay.
Mike Sanchez.
Okay. Well, everybody put A for 5 then, just to be safe. Did everyone get it in the chat?
Hey, Mark, this is what it gave me for the feedback. It says 4-4-7B, and then it says RBT, page 157.
That ain't right. Well, you said 4 what? 4-4-7?
4-4-7B.
Yeah,
As
B
a boy.
is, yeah, caught by a throw or throw it in after it's bounced to him or her. That's the one you picked.
Yeah, but then it says RBT, page 157. I don't know what that means.
RBT 57. Okay, hold on.
No,
Rules by
RBTP.
Rules by topic.
Yeah, rules by topic.
All right, I got it right here. 57, you said?
157, it says.
My bad. You're right, because 57 was nothing. Okay, 157. Okay.
157 what? It just says.
Yeah, right here. The ball is at the disposal of a free thrower when it's handed to a free thrower. 4-4-7A. Caught by a thrower or free thrower. 4-4-7B. Or placed on the floor. 4-4-7C. After the ball is at the place of disposal of the free thrower. So it's all of them.
You're all correct. All of them.
I put a comment in on the thing to them directly, so I don't know if they look at our comments or not.
But yeah, yeah.
Now they should, they should look at it. So, and I'm gonna hit him up and tell him that should be all the above. Yeah, for sure. But everyone just put A. I'm guessing A is the right answer for this. So, okay.
Hope he comes back and gives me 100.
I'll take care of you, Mike. I'll get you 100, man. I'll see what I can work out.
See what you can do.
See if I pull some strings. All right. Well, that is what it is. Okay. We do, if anybody wants to jump on, we have 2-person training tomorrow. God, what time do we go? James, what time do we go? Do you know? On Tuesdays we go at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, I think it was 7 o'clock.
7? Yeah, 7. Okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to hop on.
Yeah, I can tell you for sure. Hang on.
Okay.
Mark, could you send that link to me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I got that one, and I'll promise just to listen.
No,
Yeah.
you know what, Mark? I got 6:30.
Okay, good. And that's good. I think I changed everything 6:30. So we'll go 6:30 tomorrow. If you want the link, just hit me up. Frank, I'll send it to you. But if any of you guys want to hop on,
Okay.
I can text it to you. And
Yeah.
we're going over 2-person mechanics. So make sure you get, if you're going to speak and help, absolutely would love more people on there, but make sure you get in your manual to make sure we're giving the stuff. Yeah, Brett, I'll get it over to you when we hang up. So, but everybody got all the answers. I don't want us to end it if you don't have it. Everybody got it? Okay. Well, this was always good to get on here and bang it out. 30 minutes. All right.
I don't have it. Did you record? Did you record, Mark?
Do y'all hear
Kenny,
anything?
no sin, Kenny.
I don't hear anything. Do y'all hear anything?
You don't
We
need.
started birdie,
Hey.
birdie, birdie, then bogey.
If golf is more important than basketball training, then he needs to figure it out on his own.
Absolutely agreed. Yep.
Which one he's making money at?
It's more
It is.
like bogey, bogey, bogey than birdie.
Just giving the wrong answers if he asks. I'm gonna put it in right here. Dang it, where'd it go? Hold on, I'm not even gonna hang up yet. I'm trying to copy these answers for you. But everyone's got them though? Everybody's good? Okay, there we go.
I got it. Got it copied.
3.
Man, he must be working at some pretty good golf courses there. He's got that electronic finder on the top of his golf cart. He can't even figure out what club to hit.
Man, I played golf this weekend with my buddies in Austin. It's hard, really hard. I'm terrible. It's godly. Will do. All right, I'll just send a link to everybody that was on here. So appreciate y'all hopping on. Have a good night, and we'll see some of y'all tomorrow.
All right. Thanks,
All
Mark.
right, no problem. Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Mark.
Later.
All right.
Have a good night.
Appreciate it.
Good one. Bye-bye.
Thanks.